Come with me to pastry school in New York City. This is day 17 and it's custards part 2 and we're making cheesecake. This was a great day. Chef actually let me make the cheesecake with a gluten-free crust. So I got to use some rice crackers, which I put through the food processor with some sugar, and then I worked on a little paper cartouche for the bottom of the pans, added in my gluten-free graham cracker crust, and then we got going mixing together the filling. This smelled delicious. I love the smell of cream cheese. Then poured it into our pans and put it into the oven. Next, Chef did a demo on creme anglaise, which is like a vanilla custard sauce that we're gonna have to make for our practical exam. He showed us the risk of scrambling it, and then we got working on ours. For this, you add half and half to a pot, bring it to a boil, and then add it into your egg yolks, then add it back all. And sadly, my pot was too hot because I didn't turn the heat off, so mine did get a little bit scrambled, but the portion I was able to save actually turned out pretty well. After that, we moved back to our creme brulee from the day before. Chef showed us how to use the torch gun, although that didn't go too well for me, and how to get the perfect little brulee top. Then he flipped one of our creme custards so we could see the beautiful little caramel top. This looked amazing on the inside. And finally, he showed us how to flip out our cheesecake. Usually at home, you'd probably use a springform pan, but in bakeries, they don't really have those. So we had to flip this out and do a little bit of magic with it. And then it was time for us to brulee. So I got my torch gun going, gave this a nice little coating. This was so delicious. I kind of am sick of creme brulee, but this actually got me back on it. I also took out my creme custard. It looked so cute. I'm not as much a fan of this, but it was still fun to make and try. And next up was the star of the show, the cheesecake. I was so excited to see how this turned out. We gave it a little bit of a torching so it would come off the pan, and then went along the side. And look at how good this looked. I flipped mine over. The rice cracker crust was definitely a little bit interesting, but it was so delicious, so beautiful and creamy. A great day.